The difference is there's some special feeling today. Is it a smell when it's used or something? Wait, when you just take just a feeling in general when you think about the taste. Let's go about this is now philosophical talk about there. We can discuss. I can just take one by one different kind of topics myself and I'm able to answer it to me one by one what I think myself. Okay, that way I'll be aware of the way they do it. There is more patient. You think about you kind of talk about one thing is speaking on occasion. The morning routines, the culture, and I'm telling for you're able to come up with some kind of a discussion, talking the topics what you like to yourself and share after with the world. One of the possibilities here is it's to just call for to one of those topics, issues which has something to do with the reality of the world. Right. What you're shaming, what you're saving, for is there education or no anything to save. The bottom thing is, however, that it's quite a stupid consume everything at once. As I hear these concepts you're right about when I came about the think about you will have 100 bananas here. Okay, one of those 100 bananas will be spoiled in 3 days. So you of course in this situation livelihood cannot yourself like a 30 drip and 1/3 of the bananas every day consume if you want to constant rate at the same rate. It's quite impossible for my size to consume anywhere over maybe 10 bananas a day, and that's my limitation. I have to do something either reservations and other technique or then I just keep it away from somebody else. Okay, one of the things is now to know that it will be over quite in the current systems to, for example, to keep away from Congo Democratic Republic, CRC, as I say. How is it? CRR or what is its name? Anyway, the Congo area, the former Zaire. Congo's former Zaire is a good name. I've been thinking about occasion. I keep this name. Alright, anyway, this is an area which is the most having the biggest amount of channel on an Africa continental about the type of tropical forest. What tropical forest? Tropical rainforest. The most about there is no doubt about the total amount of the forest in the Congo area is the biggest in any African countries because I think of the Congo when I think about the Africa geography. There's Africa has not single country with its huge size, more bigger than any other country when it comes to the total area, the size. I think about if we're looking for the top 5 biggest African countries, if I remember, I use my memory right now without any checking any database, I think that the top 5 will consist of Libya, Algeria, Sudan definitely. Then it comes to this Congo area. What will be coming 5 here? Very hard to say really. Maybe some countries like Mauritania, where I think Mauritania here. I think about the other big countries there. African continental are and Tanzania, Angola. Well, I wouldn't go with the South Africa here and Chad. Chad is quite a big nation. Also, it's Nigeria is big. Niger. Okay, in the population, however, the top 5 I will say Africa countries go. Niger is number 1. Is Egypt number 2, then come maybe Ethiopia 3rd. Ethiopia is quite a big also size, the top 10 possible, some around 10 to 8 I guess, or less, top 12 in the total area. Then number 3 will be coming for Africa continental. There is quite a lot of small countries, there is quite hard to say. So what the hell I'm thinking, what I'm going to pick up? I don't really know really well, Keisha, what it was. Maybe Congo area coming in as a 4th, and they got a lot of different countries, like Algeria maybe come on as. Okay, as I say, so the most of the areas like Algeria, what is Algeria is made of? And desert. You always think of Sahara. Okay, so the Libya is even more, in my opinion, as Sahara. Thinking about the Libya, what is Libya? Is occasion is very small population that consists of the total area. And then also, okay, when we call, so the most of the population of Vietnamese live in these countries in a close proximity to Mediterranean, also Mediterranean Sea, and the same cause to the Tunis are due to and Morocco or Egypt. This is all of these 5 countries with some Mediterranean Africa countries and North Africa. And when we think about these other countries, have a huge Sahel like a Sudan. Is still Sudan will be have a quite a good ancestration. It doesn't have a rainforest, to be honest. It's quite a dry Saharan area is the most consistent. It has also desert. Okay, and also this is the 3 countries. So the same word goes also to Mauritania, Chad and Niger. All these 3 countries are all the Sahara, southern Sahara borders, Saheli. These are countries which usually the Sahara will be expand the most because they have been a loss of the fertility because of human expansion and possible other effects too. So these are the countries which need to have because even the big size. So Congo Sahara is the biggest rainforest in whole Africa. The other countries that have also big rainforest around the surrounding it is of course the other Congo, Congo CPR, so the Congo. Okay, so the former Congo and the Congo Sahara. Dedication of course, Capon is big area basically. We have maybe better than the biggest rainforest of all, Equatorial Guinea, then Cameroon, and this countries around this area is very fertile soil. So what happened in this case? I was losing of the erosion, lots of and animal species there okay, from Africa, very unique. Well, what I know about the loss of rainforest because of the human expansion. I mean, these countries are all have a considerable of human fertility rates. Well, I will talk about the fertility. My interest in democracies on world that these countries has all considerable good human population expansion. There is of course also worth the lowest human life expectancies, highest amount of the human infant deaths, highest amount of human fatality in any cases and very countries. These countries are very notorious about having huge death rates for the various kind of diseases like malaria, all kind of different parasites are just dominating these countries. Thinking about any countries from West Africa to this area, Equatorial Africa countries in general, as well western parts of it. They are very so any kind of a parasite like mosquitoes, flies, all kind of which kills millions and millions. Then of course there is malnutrition is one of the huge issues. So what people eat there? They have another amazing good well dominating agriculture in these places. Think about how many water people living in a place like the Congo Sahara in the future. Maybe they now live something like 70 million people. 70 million, it is a huge increase if you have to double the Congo demographic in something like 30 years. So what about if the Congo demographic, every 30 years the population will be double? It's quite a quick doubling rate, to be honest. There is very few countries that can double in this. Couple of countries in Africa, this area have doubling the population. Like Niger, like Congo Republic have a double, and there is other countries which have also double elevation. We have a huge fertile rate, and the biggest water rate was something like a 6 over. Okay, 6 for a female, 6 kids. All right, and this will be meaning if it will be this kind of fertile rate. Okay, so the population will be likely to double for years to come for existence quite every 30 years if the or female have a fertile rate 6, and then the total mortality rate will be amazing high. So less than example 1 person every year will be dying, or something like every 1,000 person less than 50 will be every 1,000 will be dying every year mortal rate. And when the birth rate is something like 50 person per 1,000 new stillbirths per year. So we had a discussion is per 1,000 population usually is the measure rate. So if you do something like a 60 new infant education every 1,000 people every year born, it is quite easy to say that the huge amount of increase there every year. Some countries can as low as 10 person per 1,000 people, or every 100 person will be born at birth every year. It will be meaning it will be altogether there's average age of 100 years in one country. It will be meaning that the population will be percent allocation, its allocation. Usually countries have only 1 person per every 100 born. These countries every year, it is very likelihood with any zero migration in an average lifespan of 8 years is likelihood that these countries will actually lose their population. Unless in the long run, if it will be keep a stable kind of rate, like a mortality rate wouldn't drop like a total human life expectancy, like expectancy won't be increased anymore, like a total patient. Anyway, those numbers are anyway going. So what you become in population and democracy, population census statistician. As I said, my name was interesting about this. Alright, so let's talk about this amazing prospect, example. It's known what a fertile soil in, example, some places like as a Congo Republic. Okay, now they have a population of around 70 million. So if this rate will be holding in 33 years, there will be 140 million people in this area. Can it be it? And to be honest, yes, it can. I mean, the Congo Republic is alone something like a 2.5 times bigger than Nigeria, which has already some population 150 million. So Congo Republic can easily still grow up because it have a huge area occasion. To go to the Congo River, this area, amazing soil, and this can keep against. So as I say, it has been in this respect case a very undeveloped country. So thinking about what Congo Republic in the future, Congo Republic has huge prospect to still increase it. And think about the population increase rate. I think it's around 5 at last the fertility rate still a female in this year. Anyways, poor country, people want to reproduce, people want to enjoy face. Whereas risk is age is one of the problems in case every country in Africa pretty much, and pretty much in all around different board. Of course, it's still however in every country, even the poor countries are all in age risk. Or they are in age risk, but they are age ridden. Not every country in the world which are poor are however. It's various different countries. There are richer countries like South Africa and Botswana, which are considerably richer than any African countries in general. They still have a bigger age rates. They're very poor, kind of like a Niger. One of the reasons is that it's important to any kind of age to spreading is of course a huge amount of migration. I mean, there is always this kind of virus which need to be people carrying on to others. So if example there is not much any kind of migration, any kind of traveling for different parts of the dish, everybody will be say this kind of virus like AIDS it's impossible to be spread with any kind of vector, as you know. So the only way to preventing is of course any kind of so you can of course stop this kind of infection long-term to increase just working on it, and even it's a poor country education still AIDS virus with stopping its spread don't cost too much. Of course there is a couple things. One thing is countable surrender, suppressing of the human reproduction instinct, which is impossible almost, well, with this occasion. So the second thing is education, what is station to abuse to utter response. So you are not gonna exactly try to stop